Good Wednesday morning, you all, from Lafayette, Oregon. This is Wednesday, October 18th. I could be wrong on the actual number day. I am Daniel. Today, I want to talk. I've got some downtime before my first pickup, way early. I knew it was going to be a little foggy outside, so I made sure to leave in ample time. And I have like 30 minutes before I have to leave, which is fine. Sitting here, drinking my second cup of coffee for the day. Got my water, had my morning vitamins. What I want to talk about this morning is music. There's all kinds of subcategories, personally, for me in music that I could cover. So let's go over the basics for me. For most people that know me, know that my preferred is country style. If I'm having a really rough day, and it is what it is, I have been known to listen to 80s rock, hair band type stuff. And while I may know the words to a lot of the songs and can sing along, I wish I didn't. But for the most part, all my life, my preferred has been country, as I already said, but country of like 80s and previous years. I turned 20 in 1992, and so I got a good taste of a lot of 90s country artists. However, I personally feel like, even though there's a lot of artists out there that I like and, listen to and own CDs, speaking of which, on a side note, CDs and music, there's another subtopic, but not so much today. However, I also like gospel, country, with gospel lyrics, Christian lyrics. And this is kind of where it brings me to what specifically 3 minutes into this video, that I want to talk about, that's on my heart, is secular music. Now, over my life, I've heard lots of things about secular music from people. Ironically, most of the people, not all of them, but most of the people that have given me a hard time, getting kind of warm here in the car, most of the people that have given me a hard time for listening to country music that's secular, always bring up, well, it's about alcohol and it's about cheating, or they talk about drinking and alcohol. They talk about drinking alcohol and they talk about cheating and this and this. True. Yet those same people, most of them, a lot of them, those same people will listen to rock/rap, and has got some of the most filthiest, dirtiest lyrics in the world. Now, granted, secular music, it's secular music, and I'm not out here to point the finger. I mean, I'm not. This is just something that's been in my circle. It's been a subject of conversation. And I think that on rock, one of the things about it is even back from the hairband music, you can't always understand the words that those people are saying. And sometimes they're just screaming. They're jumping around. No pun intended, or all pun intended. So, and I'm not trying to say that listening to a Haggard or Jones tune that talking about cheating and drinking or whatever is any better than some other song, and I can't think off the top of my head. But a lot of those country singers believed in God, and they showed it in their songs. The rock and roll singers, I'm not saying they didn't, but because I didn't get into it as much, because I couldn't understand a lot of the words, and a lot of them even back in the 80s, I just didn't get into it. Plus, it's not how I was raised, and a lot of who I am today is because of how I was raised. Even though I veered away from it, it's like the Sabbath. I was raised in it, and if I had not been raised in it, would I be keeping it or doing the best I can to keep it today? I don't know, but I'm sure that being raised in there is a big reason why I keep it today. Yes, even though I walked away. But the music thing is, here's the deal, is that I've just like rock style of music when it comes to Christian rock. Now, I got a good friend that when he listens to this video, if he does, him and I see music a little differently, and that's okay. He's a brother, and I still love him. We're not perfect. I mean, no, we're not. Neither one of us are. Never mind. Sorry. Gonna pick a bad joke, but if it's inherently wrong as a believer to listen to any secular music, well, then that's an area of my life I'm still working on, which, there's lots of areas as a believer I'm still working on. And 51 years old, being raised in a godly home, I've got other family that's not believers. But so the music thing, I'm trying to stay focused and stay on task. I'm not completely awake either. A lot of the country artists I'm picky about, especially the newer the country music gets, the pickier I am. I'm very picky about the songs with certain lyrics in it that I listen to. One second. I had to recoup my thoughts, get back on track. The lyrics of the music that I choose to listen to do play a role. And for me, especially on the country that I was allowed to listen to growing up, is that a lot of those artists, maybe they weren't always living a godly life, by what we've seen as, people that watched and listened to them. There's so many of them that talked about God and talked about believing in Him. And while that may not be like golden for a lot of people, and maybe it's not right and how I'm basing this on, but that's where I'm coming from. And I came across some old CDs of mine that I haven't listened to and looked at, or they've been in a box and they've been moved around over the last years with our living situation. And the last few days, it's been kind of cool listening to some of my country stuff, and even some of the singers that I would not buy from now because of what they support or how they lean. And there's another topic there too. But anyways, secular music. There, I'm opening up. I'm opening up. It's good to find my music, stuff that I like, and it's the last few days. It's been a good ride. No pun intended. If you know, you know, right? Anyways, folks, it is 08:22. I'm going to get out and walk up and down the street a little bit, about 100 feet down the sidewalk or whatever, and then I'm probably about ready to need to take off, so I'm not late for my first pickup. Hey, have a blessed day.